Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to a Friday edition of Attack of the Show. I'm Olivia Munn.
I'm Kevin Pereira, and we are coming to you from the T4 Studios in Los Angeles.
You're not Kevin Pereira.
Yes, I am. I have a very small penis.
It's true. Yeah. It's an innie. On the show today, the best of the weeks around the net, including a rage-making garbage can prank and President Obama's run-in with an errant teleprompter. Yeah. It ends well, I promise. Then we go to Erotica LA. It's a porn convention to find out how to date a porn star. You want to date them? Okay.
Haven't you dated a porn star?
Use that term loosely. Speaking of loosely. Seriously.
That was bad that I did this when you said loosely.
Well, it's true though. It's kind of like a grenade went off in a meat market. You know what I mean? Just.
I have an ugly vagina. Plus, we'll fire up the AOTS flashback machine and try to remember all the things we were put in our mouths over the years. Which is probably good because I sure as hell don't remember them all. And we'll also celebrate the Women of the Web with a comic chicks edition. From Rose to Harley Quinn, there's something for everyone, no matter which way your loyalty lies. Is it really that ugly?
Yeah.
I need to get a tuck or something. Before all that, let's remember the week that was.
Yes, let's do that by watching an Australian guy bash in a car's windshield.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh, with his head. Oh. Everybody's got that drunk friend who thinks it's a great idea to punch out windows when he's wasted. You know, maybe you call him Dad.
Yeah, well, things could be worse than that. Your friend could be Australian.
Yes.
Today's number 5 proves that the drunken destruction of private property is a little more extreme down under.
I smashed side panels, I smashed the back window. You didn't record them before. Now watch this.
You're bad, man. Be quick, I've got 10 seconds left. Whoa! Enough.
Yeah. Come on, do it. Break the plasma. Break the plasma. If that was like seriously, if that was like a used car lot, like commercial for
You'd be all
come
about
on
it.
down to Meth Head Dan's and we're bashing prices, I'd be like, yeah, I'm buying a car from Meth Head Dan.
Hells yeah!
I'll buy two. As humans, you and I sort of sit pretty comfortably on top of the food chain, right? Unless there's, something with bigger teeth nearby and not caged.
That is true. And today's number 4 is a recently resurfaced item that shows us we might need to start defending our position a little more often. Animals are learning the art of horseback riding.
Really interesting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are you clapping for?
Oh, okay. Oh, you got a tiger to ride a horse. Oh, big deal.
Big deal.
Big
Yeah,
deal.
the attack of the show tiger is way more trained than
Thank
that.
you.
That wasn't even good.
He does not get
Oh.
enough respect for himself. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Wait, what is this?
Oh.
Bad tiger. You're naughty. Bad bite. Drinks are good though.
Javier makes a great drink.
Thank you, Bitey. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Water damage.
My knee against the home base.
He sounds like the angry German kid during an Unreal Tournament
So
match.
angry
he beat up a keyboard. Things fly
But here's the thing. In all honesty, that guy should not be so upset. Like
Kevin, he has to mop up the entire floor now.
But it's just water.
What?
The videos from break, that thing could have been filled with far, far worse crap to make it to the homepage.
Like what?
Well, like cottage cheese, urine, fish parts. How about some glass shards, half and half? Maybe some Legos. That'd be fun. Thumbtacks, huh? Marbles? Puppies? No? Olive oil? You could go with eggs, you could go with honey, or just good old wood pulp. Point is, it could have been a lot worse.
I concede this argument.
Today's number 2 item was dug up by the guys at Everything is Terrible and definitely lives up to the site's name.
Yeah, this is a hunting video called Duckmen 6. And it gives us, I don't know, were there 5 other Duckmen videos, or is it a crew of 6? Whatever.
Do you have to see the first 5 to understand what happens in 6?
Yeah, it's a self-contained tale of redneckery, actually. And it gives us a rare, unwanted look into what happens when duck hunters are not shooting defenseless and unsuspecting birds out of the sky with high-powered rifles.
Dan, that's why you left a string of women, a trail of women in tears, a trail of broken hearts. Because of that right there. They're the most it's just like cradling up in your mother's arms when you get into some clothes that have not been washed in 3 months.
Pull the trigger. Bullet hit me right there. Come out back here.
And I'm standing here talking to you.
You're standing here talking to me, yes, sir.
How much of your brain did you lose? Bound lost a lot.
About probably 30–40% of it. What? I go duck hunting, and I just keep an eye on everything back at home while I'm gone hunting.
Whoa.
It was like a seashell with a dot painted on it. His eye wasn't even a full eye.
That was a lot more makeup than I was expecting to see.
Yeah, even the guy who doesn't wash his clothes for 3 months was put off by the guy with the glass eye. That's like some hardcore freaking out right there.
Wait, to be fair, though, I'd probably have a similar reaction if a guy who's been shot through the face took his eye out in front of me.
Okay, well, that's fair.
In at number 3 today is a clip from a CNN broadcast of a recent press conference by President Obama.
Obama, we really need to come up with something to do when someone says his name, right?
Totally.
We really should have something like a graphic
Like he
or
pops in and it's just like Obama.
or a La Pequeña Obama to run through or something like that, just a streak.
Wow.
Or pedal on a tricycle really
You
fast.
think so much more outside the box than I do.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
But during the conference, the president experienced a minor technical difficulty. Take a look.
Pull our economy. Oh, goodness. If we had not taken that step, our cities would be in an even deeper hole.
Okay, so he hears the shattering of a glass teleprompter, and it's only feet away, and didn't flinch at all.
I know.
That's pretty amazing.
He did
Pretty
seem a bit tripped up by it, though. You think there was something that knocked the teleprompter over?
I don't know, actually. Well, we have the wide angle footage. Should we just
do?
take a look?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
What was it?
Pull our economy. Oh, goodness. Pull our economy back from the brink, including the largest and most sweeping.
That's ridiculous. Seriously, that's not cool. Don't they have security at those screenings? I mean, that's not good.
Are you going to tell President Lincoln he can't rustle a bear where he wants to?
Well, no, I mean, but
Yeah. All right, then. Case closed.
I'm just saying you shouldn't
Shut
wrestle
it.
near
He wins.
not near the teleprompter.
Lincoln!
Okay, all right.
Coming in at number 1 is evidence that everyone needs love, even the once and future exterminators of the human race, the Cylon.
Yeah, YouTube user The Retroist has the exclusive Lost Cylon
We need
cover.
some color behind us. Let's make sure. Our new set needs to have some color behind us. Instead of like this, the blue, and then the cell phones, you know?
We're getting a new set?
No, I'm just like that there's color behind it. I just like that there's color.
Okay, well, that's good. Any other notes you want, just jot them down and we'll discuss them after the show. Okay, babe? Okay, good girl. Good girl. Party fringe? Who's got party fringe? You do.
I do.
Okay, so let's just think quietly about our party fringe while I set this up. He's got the exclusive
What are you doing Friday?
Lost Cylon cover
I have
of
some
Barry
time hanging
Manilow's
on
I
Friday.
Can't Smile Without You, which is a huge improvement over Barry Manilow's, like, buttery schlub routine, if you ask me. I just think he's a buttery schlub normally.
It's true. Sorry, Nana.
Butter schlub.
You know I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh and I can't sing. Finding it hard to do anything.
And welcome back to the
the Cylon dating game. Just about to find out which one of these three Cylons is going to get to put one in Olivia. A bullet, I mean. Hello. I meant a bullet.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it. It's your show, babe.
Cylon number 1. If we were going to go on a date, where would you take me?
Great question.
I would take you out back and shoot you.
Okay, that's not cool, and you're staying home tonight.
All right, that's one way to make an impression, right, folks? Next question, Olivia.
Okay, Cylon number 2. If we were riding around in your spaceship, what kind of music would you play to put me in the mood?
A Cylon Raider is not a recreational vehicle. We would not be riding around unless you were stuffed into it after I shot you. Oh, and I like the Jonas Brothers.
Hey, a popular music lover, huh? How about that? You enjoy the Jonas, huh?
Okay, and you suck too. Okay, I know where this is going, so can we just get to Robot 3? You want to just tell me how you're going to kill me?
I don't know what those two are talking about. I saw you without any armor on in Playboy, and your extinction is not my objective. Let's just say when our date is over, you would call me a Cylong.
Cylon.
That's just gross. I'd rather you just shoot me.
Once you metal frack, you never go back.
Hey now. That's wild stuff here. What?
New directive, eliminate Carl by your command.
Hey, guys,
Carl regrets
please.
nothing.
No, sit down. Guys, not Carl. Not Carl. No. What? Still ahead, we go to the Erotica LA convention to find out how to date a porn star.
Stick around. We'll be right back. Yay! Where are you going?
Away from that.
It's just saying hi.
Today's Around the Net is brought to you by Mountain Dew Game Fuel. Choose your side at warcraft.com/dew.
From Hollywood to Bollywood. Geek Goddess. Hamle ke show.
Here at Attack of the Show, when we make new friends, we like to put them through a little hazing ritual. It could be firing guns, or interviewing scary people, or getting us water.
Or covering the annual porn festival, Erotica LA.
Yeah.
It's actually where we sent my new friend, Kelly Egarian.
She braved the sticky floors to find out what it takes to date an actual porn star. They are sticky.
Hey guys, I'm here at the LA Convention Center at the Erotica LA Expo, and all I know is there's moaning and spanking and all sorts of sounds going on. I'm ready to get my kink on. Let's do this. Erotica LA is an annual mega porn festival that draws thousands of fans and hundreds of vendors that offer everything from the latest sex toys to up-close interaction with your favorite XXX stylists. What does a guy got to do to date you? What gets you going?
Well, since I have sex a lot, I'm not really impressed by a guy who's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this for you and I'm gonna do that for you. I like funny guys. I like sweet guys. I like smart guys.
Well, I can respect that. You're a good girl.
I am.
Kind of my favorite girl, not gonna lie. So the louder it gets, the stronger it gets. I never thought Fergie would make me, you know. How does a normal guy get a girl like you? What does he have to do? What does he got to come with?
A job, sober, and no smoking. That's my
No smoking. Okay, but what about like tall, dark, handsome?
It doesn't matter. If you saw the guys I've been out, like have gone out with, or my ex-boyfriends, there is absolutely no rhyme or reason.
You know what I'm finding?
Stopping.
The consensus: none of the girls in the industry care. There's not a nice, cool guy who's chill, but who's not going to give them any trouble.
Exactly.
All right, so civilian sex or porno sex, which is better?
Civilian sex.
Really?
Because it's about what feels good and not about what looks good.
Let me ask you, do you prefer boyfriend sex or porn star sex? What's hotter?
Definitely porn star sex. And I relate to my job.
Yeah? And how often do you have porn star sex?
I have porn star sex every day almost.
How does a normal guy get you?
I usually don't go out with normal guys.
Can't meet any?
I wouldn't know.
So I I've seen some crazy things, and I've definitely seen some things I'm never supposed to see, but I'm gonna stick with this guy. You ready?
I love you, Kelly.
I love you too.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Let's go.
Okay, now, calm down, because I want to balance out the pleasure centers by going from a porn convention to effing science.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. This week we found out how to create a pulse jet engine out of household parts, and we also took some time out for some music on WebTools. So we did so much.
You're welcome.
We can thank the Swiss for many things. Cheese, knives, and for designing one of the first type of engines known as the pulse jet. Time to explain this jet system built from household parts, and it's all in the name of science. The pulse jet engine was originally created by Swiss engineer Francois Reinst and was used as a propulsion system for guided missiles in World War II. But these days, you'll find them on remote control planes. Most jet engines require a rotating turbine to intake air and push it out through the exhaust. But the pulse jet engines require nothing but combustion and air pressure in order to work. Make Magazine shows us that your jam jar engine consists of a container with fuel, a copper tube, and a lid with an exhaust hole on top. When the gas in the jar is ignited, a flame burst erupts from the exhaust and pushes out some of the gas trapped inside the jar. This creates a vacuum that sucks in oxygen and mixes it with the heat and fuel inside. This triggers a smaller internal combustion and repeats a resonating cycle, which continues to burn until all of the fuel is consumed. The copper tube is extremely important because it diffuses the heat inside the jar. Without it, your engine could overheat and explode, so be careful and make sure you're wearing goggles. So now you can show up MacGyver and build your own pulse jet engine, thanks to Swiss engineering and a little science. Have you ever wanted to combine your love of music with your Twitter obsession? Well, Blip FM promises to make each one of your tweets a lot easier on the ears. Using Blip is like being a DJ for your very own web radio station, allowing you to search for, listen to, and share millions of your favorite songs. Start by picking out a DJ name for your Blip profile. Next, you'll be asked to pick a few of your favorite bands. From here, Blip will compare your taste to other Blip users. You can pick and choose your favorites, and they'll be instantly added to your DJ homepage. If you have friends who are already on Blip, well, you can add them to your favorites as well. The Blip format is nearly identical to Twitter. All of your favorite DJs will be listed on your homepage, and each one of their Blips contains a song that you can click and listen to. With Blip, you're allowing others who share your musical preferences to create an entirely customized and unique playlist just for you. But don't just sit back and let other Blippers do the heavy lifting for you. From your homepage, you can search for an artist or song title and find music for yourself. When you click Blip, you can add a message so that everyone knows why you've got a particular song on your mind. But the best part of Blip is how well it works with other social applications. You can share your Blips on Twitter, FriendFeed, and Tumblr by linking your accounts. An update to your Blip profile means all of your Twitter friends and followers will instantly get to hear exactly what's on your mind. So take control of your music with a radio station that's tailored specifically to you, and let Blip FM unlock a world of sound with only one click.
Drops in to talk about Battlefield 1943. Find out if it's worth the $15 and your download time.
Then we've got an AOTS flashback. Things we put in our mouths. Yeah, I'll admit, I'm not looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, a lot of people still ask me about the hot dog on a string.
Yeah.
Very popular. And later, this week's Women of the Web are all a little flat.
Oh.
No, the busty 2D women of comic books.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, I got it.
We are honoring them with Comic-Con. Yes, Comic-Con's right around the corner. We are honoring them.
Enjoy.
At least I'm only half Asian.
Thank
that
you.
lessens the shame for me. Right?
Personal foul!
Olivia Munn, semi-racism and attempting to give the nation of Singapore the what for.
Most durable pieces of Gadget Pron ever.
Yeah, not like that stupid flat panel we booted around. That thing wouldn't even turn on. You're done.
You're not supposed to do
it's so
that
weak.
to flat panel.
Huh? Can we please get Tom Green back out here with a sledgehammer? Anybody? No? Well, no, I was fooled into thinking you were a robot. That was the only response. I was concerned.
That was so good.
Why is it that only the left side of your ribs are hot? Because your shirt is only changing color there. It's very, like the hypercolor action is.
This is where my battery is.
Oh,
because I'm a robot.
All right. Time to talk about rugged handsomeness yet again. We're not talking about me. We're talking about a camera. You'll see.
What if I did all of Gadget Pron like a robot?
Do it. We've seen a lot of weatherproof cameras, but the picture quality wasn't always the best. That's why Canon is releasing the D10. Its body is waterproof to 33 feet, cold-resistant down to 14 degrees, and shockproof to 4 feet. Plus, the Digic 4 image processor yields spectacular photos. With improved face and blink detection, this shooter is prepared for action at $280.
All right, now this kind of looks like the camera that you brought on vacation with you like 9 years ago.
Yes.
It's pretty bulky. It's 2 inches thick. It kind of has this odd shape to it. Does have a really cool detachable lanyard that can reattach on any corner of the camera.
And blow minds.
Whoa, mind-blowing lanyards. Okay, only problem is Olympus makes a very similar weatherproof camera
right there.
with a much simpler design. This is the 1030 SW. Should Canon have tried to slim this one down?
I think so. I mean, look, here's the thing. For me, aesthetically, it's not that cool. I mean, it looks like a Logitech or Creative webcam from 1997 or... it just looks like a Fisher-Price kind of thing. But if you don't, again, that's my cup of tea. If it's not yours, great. Some people will like this design. It'll remind them of their iMac they're still using from 9 years ago, and that's cool. But the good thing about a large body is that the buttons are big, making it easy to use if you're like wearing gloves from your snowboarding or if you're underwater and wearing gloves underwater.
It's a good glove camera.
It's a good glove camera.
Okay, so now the first thing we do here at AOTS when we get a rugged camera is beat the hell out of it.
Yeah. Whoa! Easy there, crazy. That was a burst of energy that I don't think that camera can handle.
Was this one able to stand our test? Because it definitely
Spike it like
survived.
a baby. Jeez. Okay, that was all right. We're breaking home base now.
Okay, it survived home base.
This thing is definitely rugged. Here's a video, and this isn't a joke, of us drop kicking the camera. On the left is kind of the third-person point of view. On the right is what that poor camera saw. And we did this multiple times, not because we had to, but because we were bored. And it recorded with no problem. And also, we took it to the beach. We hit the surf, if you will. No evaporation or moisture was present. But we did get, if you watch, we get some weird green lines over the video. See that right there? Which either means we're going to die in a week, like Ring style, or, you know, the hobo urine is neon green in Venice. I don't know. But we brought it snowboarding with us as well. The pictures turned out terrific despite the snowstorms.
This camera has done a lot of cool stuff lately that I have not done.
It looks like a G.I. Joe production still, but nevertheless, it works.
Now, it's always tough to find a weatherproof camera that can take good pictures both outdoors and indoors. So is the D10 the one we've been looking for?
I think it's pretty close. It's pretty close. The outdoor shots look the best we've seen from a rugged camera. The colors are accurate. They're bright. There's very little noise, even at higher ISOs. Now, the indoor shots, they're not bad by any stretch, but they do blur, and the flash, as you'll see right there, it overexposes a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't want to overexpose that awesomeness. So, not that flavor.
I'm just going to keep kicking it. It's $280. Good deal?
I think it's a good deal. You won't be able to eliminate your other point and shoots for normal occasions. You're going to have both. But other than that, the pictures look great. It's easy to use. It's useful to have around and kick around
what
if
if
you're so inclined.
Two cameras?
You could camera akimbo.
This is my superhero.
Your cam chucks?
Yes.
You can take videos of you knocking out your assailant.
There we go. All right, how many are we giving it?
Can I see one of these? Do you mind? We're giving it a 4 out of 5. Despite the bulbous design, this is really your best for any outdoor activity. It's a pretty good camera.
Adam Sessler stopped by this week to talk about Battlefield 1943.
Yeah, the game is exclusively available for download on the 360, the PC, and the PlayStation 3. So let's find out if you thought it was worth the $15. When we need someone to come in and geek out about games, we usually just head down the hall to X-Play. And today, we managed to snag Mr. Adam Sessler to talk about Battlefield 1943 for the 360 and the PS3.
I like how you had to snag me. Like I was just kind of floating about like a butterfly. You're coming in there with the net.
You're hard to rein in. We have to throw the trap out and snare you in.
Exactly.
Battlefield 1943, this is on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network.
And you get
not
it on, the PC as well.
store shelves. Oh,
No,
it is on the PC as well? Okay, cool. So PC gamers can get it on as well. But this is, I mean, downloadable content.
Yeah.
I mean, we know it's arrived, but this is really when a company like EA is getting behind it, and you got a franchise like this.
Everything else you bought on a disc.
Yeah.
Now, granted, this is not as comprehensive as say 1942, Vietnam.
Well, how does this? Let's talk about how this compares then.
More or less, it's 3 maps. They're fun maps, and it's kind of a simplified game because you only have 3 classes right now. You don't have the medic class. The health is regenerative. Thank you. I like that.
No, it's kind of cool. Like, I enjoyed playing a medic, so I was really bummed at first to see that was gone. But I don't mind playing like a rifleman now because I do regenerate. So it's not like I get in one fight and then I'm screwed for the rest of my that particular life.
See, I happen to do. I don't like to help in my fantasy life. I'm doing enough of it in my real life. Exactly.
That's valid. 12 versus 12 multiplayer. And now it's not using because when I heard 1943 and they were bringing back Wake Island, I tried that in the trial. I'm like, okay, so this is going to be just like 1942. It's the Frostbite engine.
Exactly. So what you get, which is great, you get all the kind of manic fun of 1942, but you get all the pretty and production value of Battlefield Bad Company.
Right.
And the two things work really, really well together.
Right.
I'd say I'm very nostalgic playing. I remember playing 1942 for the first time at EA before it came out with a bunch of other journalists. And it's like, oh my gosh, you could just take a plane and dive bomb it into people. It's just wow. And now it doesn't look like it did back then, which looked like it was made out of cardboard.
Sure. And when you're crouched inside of a building capturing a flag, a tank can blow away the building that you're crouched in, which I was not used to.
Yes. That could be a rude way to like, hold on, no, walls can stop bombs. Right?
Yeah, not anymore.
Apparently they can't.
All the vehicles are back, though? We still have some vehicle fun?
Yeah, the vehicles are there. You can actually do air raids from a bomber and bomb them down to a new one. But, it's really... There's a video we caught this morning on YouTube of a guy who's actually using one of the Jeeps, loading with TNT, driving in it, jumping out, and it's a great video of that.
We used to do it all the time. We put our buddies prone on the wings of planes and then fly them in, which is always good fun.
So it's really about the madness, not about... it's fun when you strategize, but it's more fun when you're just being stupid.
And we also need to talk about, of course, again, we mentioned at the top the distribution method here.
Yes.
This thing is $15. That's 1,200 Microsoft Fun points, if you will.
Fun?
I don't want Microsoft. Just call it $1. Like, stop it with this. It's so arbitrary.
But it's global.
Yeah.
Remember, in the future, we'll just have credits.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's wait until our overlords make us use credits, and meantime, I pay for things in dollars.
Okay,
but that's fine. Is this the format that, I love the ability to press a button, have the trial game, hit another button, unlock the full game. I don't want to throw on pants at any point in my gaming experience, let alone to buy the game or play it. So are you with me on this one? Maybe not on the pants thing, but...
for multiplayer games, I think this is the future.
Yeah.
I think, you can just put out a handful of maps. People can have a lot of fun. It's an easier distribution method. I do think this could predict something further down the line. I've always wondered when we're going to start seeing a subscription model for online multiplayer games that aren't like MMOs.
Sure.
It really is. It's like a Quake 8.
Yeah, give me a $5 a month buy-in for this game, but provide me with new maps or new classes or new whatever, and then I'm actually on board for that.
EA dipping its toe in this pool, I think, is... I expect other people to follow it.
Right, that's fine. Soon they'll dive right in, and the muzzle of your gun will have Doritos badges all over it. But that's fine. Like, just give them a week.
Look, it's Skittles.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, taste the rainbow.
I thought they were only a legend. That's a really obscure reference.
That's all right. Before you go, I do have to ask about Dallas, because you were there this weekend. Why?
Because I love 105-degree weather when it's humid. No. We have a very, very special announcement on X-Play tomorrow.
Sweet, what is it?
I can say that if you have visions of making games and you want to be given credit for that in some match, just in a nice way, then you better watch the show. You'll find out. I'm trying to respect my embargo. And
I love it. That was the craziest tap dance ever. You're like, what can I say? All right, so tune into X-Play tomorrow. You're going to tell us why you were in Dallas, and you've told me during the commercial break that it's big.
Yes, it's big. It's
all right. I will trust you on that one, Mr. Cecil. You're not hyperbole.
Trust me. Yeah, that's one of the things I can say is big that I'm not lying about. So,
awesome.
There we go.
Adam Cecil, everybody. Thank you so much.
No guessing.
All right.
Guessing.
Stick around. This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by the all-new G4TV.com. New, improved, awesome.
Attacken Spezialbier.
Now, what would you, Kevin Pereira,
yeah,
you,
yes.
What would you say are things that we Attack of the Show we're known for?
Journalistic integrity. One. All of you. Production value. A sense of showmanship rarely seen outside of Barnum and Bailey. I think those are 3 solid things right there.
Okay, no, and no.
What?
No. But I am proud to say it comes down to one specific orifice and things we stick in it.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Who's a happy clown? Be a solo cup full of mustard. No! Mustard chug! Mustard chug it! Come on! Olivia Munn, ladies and gentlemen.
We are in possession of miracle berries that mess with your taste buds and make sour things taste sweet and delicious. Why does it burn? Here's a rip. Ew.
Here we go. 6 in there. Get them all in. Hold on. Wow, well done.
This is fine.
Celebrity male breast milk sells gangbusters. Did you get any? More Pereira team, please. Well done. Get it. An entire McDonald's dollar menu. It's a little bit of a mix chug. The wheel determines the food. Just say guap. Wasn't my Happy birthday, Sly! You and I are now going shot for shot on the hot sauce, Mun. What do you think about that, huh?
Apparently my mouth has seen more traffic than a drive-through.
In and out. Animal style. I don't even know.
Nobody
You just saw
outside
everything.
California will get that joke.
You just saw everything go into Mun's mouth, and for some people that, well, that kind of mouth shenanigans is probably a turn on, I think. I bet
It's
it
not
is.
mouth shenanigans. I actually put those things in my mouth. But I have to say, other people might get turned on by something far more disgusting than a bunch of hot dogs down my gullet.
Yes. Wet, messy fetishes she's talking about. Yeah.
Seriously, people. WTF. This guy.
What the? All right, so remember when Olivia and I jumped into that huge pie a few months ago? Well, for some people out there, we hit real close to home. Yeah, we're thinking it too. What the f? It's called wet and messy, also known as wham or solirophilia to the psychologists out there. It's a sexual fetish where a person is stimulated by the generous application of wet and messy substances. For the messy part, anything from baked beans, porridge, custard pie, or some nice fresh mud will do the trick. In fact, the mud fetish is a popular one. Exhibit A, lotsofmud.com, where girls literally soak and bathe in loads of real mud. For the wet part, there are fetishists who simply enjoy watching girls get clean with water. Exhibit B, streetsplash.com, where girls get splashed and hosed by some high-grade H2O. The psychology behind Wham is that wet and messy stuff usually remind the enthusiast of what it was once like to be a dirty kid. The idea of behaving wild and almost animalistic is what subconsciously arouses the typical Cylinophiliac. That, coupled with the texture and smell of wet food along with its delightful squishiness, is enough to have these fetishists digging for more, literally. Mud enthusiasts often enjoy digging into dirt and crushing high heels with bulldozers. This is part of a related paraphilia known as the crushing fetish. But for the most part, Cylinophiliacs are a simple breed who take pleasure in soiling rather than destroying. The preferred method of getting messy for most whammers is usually pouring and dunking. Whether it's a bucket of wet chocolate or a pit of fresh mud, sites like Proper Messy and MostWham.com even sell videos of this stuff. $5 for a clip or $35 for a DVD. So if you like getting down and dirty like these girls get down and dirty, we're not saying it's wrong to crush your feet in green peas. We're just saying, what the f***? Last month, G4 took you live to E3. We brought you all the press conferences, the game demos, the multi-million-dollar booths, and their namesake babes. We brought them right into your living room.
Yes, and now we're showing you a different side of E3, the world of booth babes in G4's 1-hour special, Confessions of a Booth Babe, hosted by Miss Sarah Jean Underwood, former Playboy Playmate of the Year.
Underwood.
Oh, under.
She was under.
She'll be
Underwood.
That's funny.
Learn the history of booth babes, see how the ladies are selected, and experience the events through their eyes.
Check out Confessions of a Booth Babe July 25th. It's only on G4. And visit g4tv.com/boothbabe for details. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Still ahead at Comic-Con Women of the Web.
Yes, the 10 hottest comic book characters are up next. Stick around, everybody. You're on the list.
I am.
Kevin says.
Or click today.
And please try to just act normal, carry on as though that we're not even here.
Okay.
Something special for everyone this week. We actually changed up this week's Women of the Web.
Yes. Can you spot the 5 hidden trannies? They're in there. You just gotta...
No.
What?
We just made them comic book characters.
Spot the comic book characters. With Comic-Con right around the corner, there's no better time to count down the hottest women of pen and ink. It's our top 10 comic book queens. Starting us off at 10 is Rogue. This Southern Belle from Marvel's X-Men has always been one of our favorites. She'd actually be much higher on the list, but her powers mean that she can't be touched, and that's something we have serious problems with. At 9 is DC Comics' own Wonder Woman. Far and away the hottest member of the Justice League, she comes from a long line of Amazon warriors, so we can honestly tell you that we'd love to get tied up in her lasso of truth. The 8th spot goes to the Dark Knight's female counterpart, Batwoman. This fiery redhead has gone through many iterations during her time in the DC universe, but we prefer the modern take on her. Psst, it's because she likes to kiss girls. Number 7 goes to Sarah Pazzini and Danielle Baptiste, the wielders of the Witchblade Gauntlet. This supernatural weapon chooses its host and must have seriously good taste, because we would love to bond ourselves to these top cow comic babes. Our number 6 belongs to a Kryptonian babe hotter than the red sun itself, Power Girl. She's pretty much Superman. You know, if Superman were blonde and sexy. Unfortunately, cheesy one-liners do not appear to be one of her weaknesses. 5th place goes to Betsy Braddock, a.k.a. Psylocke. Originally a British telepath, this ex-woman really got fanboys drooling when she was transferred into the body of a super hot Asian. She's died several times, but keeps coming back for more, and we have no complaints. Number 4 is the feline-loving Catwoman. She's charmed the pants off Batman countless times, and we just had to have her on the list. Even though she could claw us to death and rob us blind, her image gallery on IGN still makes us purr. In at 3 is Marvel's Emma Frost. She gets some serious points for always wearing lingerie and for being one of the kinkiest women on the list. Plus, she has telepathic abilities, which means if we didn't put her in the top 3, she could easily wipe our minds. Second place is the hottest duo in the DC universe, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. What these Gotham girls lack in sanity, they make up for in sexy. Hey, the joke's on Batman, though, because we'd love to have these Gotham girls wrap their stems around us. And our number 1 comic book queen is the lovely Mystique. She may have yellow eyes and blue skin, but she makes it work. Plus, since she's a shapeshifter, well, she can make herself look like every other girl on this list, so why settle for one when you can have them all? For more Women of the Web, head on over to g4tv.com/podcasts and subscribe to the Women of the Web podcast.
Here's an epic fail that demonstrates why you can't leave babies or the elderly alone for even 1 second.
Yeah. Nana Knievel, take it away.
Damn it! I'm sorry.
You okay?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
All right.
Shirley, don't be.
Everybody's okay. We're okay.
Everything's good.
It's okay. No broken ass.
Shirley.
Well, I guess, look, if you're going to plow into a family member, it might as well be the one in a wheelchair, because that's, I'm serious, like, strategically, sound decision. That's probably a fight you're going to win.
Yes. Always thinking.
That's what I do.
This guy.
That's what I'm doing.
Go to g4tv.com/AOTS for all things you saw today and more.
I said I'd get in 3.
I need you to be quiet. X-Play is up next. Good night.